clap, clap, clap. Hey, Master Julie.
Good morning, David.
How you doing today?
Good.
Oh, actually, no. We
Let's-
should be a little more concise. We'll cut out that whole part. Just
That's
take
right.
it
Right.
there. Okay.
Yeah, we got a little feedback from some people, and they say, "Let's cut to the chase."
Feedback as
We're
in
not
our...
cutting to the chase right now.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right.
Let's
You're right.
move. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
What are we discussing this morning?
I don't know. You tell me. You were discussing with Miss Hope earlier,
That's right.
and I was...
Well, the thing that we were kind of talking about was change and how difficult change is.
Okay.
And we are obviously having to do some things differently. It's a change, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we get kind of complacent and we don't like change.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
No, that's actually pretty true. I mean, there's two sides to that kind of coin there. So you have on one hand, you have like consistency,
Right.
like consistency, schedule that definitely builds into, working towards your goals there. But then also at the same time, you don't want to, you don't like when change happens to you. So I would say it's kind of more of like a unforeseen change, something that's out of kind of your control that people tend to not
you to change.
that forces you
Right.
to change.
Absolutely. So sometimes change can be good, sometimes it can be bad. A good example is, we like that place, the Sultans. Give me a little plug for the local business. Sultans.
They must think that we just eat a lot.
We do. Well, okay. I think a lot of people think I eat a lot. And when they travel with me, oh, Master Jew does eat a lot. So there's a local restaurant. It's called Sultans, right?
Sultans Kebab.
And when they first started out, it was a little shop. And it was packed, lined up, packed almost every night.
Yeah.
And they decided, well, let's make some change. Let's expand.
Yeah.
And so they got a bigger space. Now you don't have this massive line. The food's basically the same.
Right.
But in a way, it's changed.
Yeah.
Sometimes good, sometimes bad. And I can't say it's not good. It's you'd have to talk to them as far as a business is concerned. But I do see sometimes change, like in some stores where it's a small store, and all of a sudden they decide to get a big space, and all of a sudden they go out of business because they don't. It's the feeling's not there, right? And so that's a change that they consciously made. And then there's changes that just happen, like maybe our current condition where we're sheltered in place. A lot of businesses have to make changes to the way they operate.
Yeah.
Sometimes, that happened to me when I started doing Taekwondo basically full time, because I was working full time for like 9 years, working Taekwondo. That was difficult. And I remember saying, oh, when I get to 50 students, I'm going to just do Taekwondo because that's all I want to do. When you hit 50, you go, oh, 75. And you hit 75, it's, oh, it's 100.
Yeah.
And because you get complacent, it's like, well, I could do that. I could do this and I could do that. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
And you're not forced to do something sometimes. Well, obviously, I was forced to do it because the job that I was at, I got laid off. And I says, well, I'll just go ahead and add a few more classes. And before you know it, I was too busy to try to really get another job. So I says, oh, well, okay, let's do Taekwondo.
Right.
So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's worked out for me.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of interesting because sometimes, I always say that a lot. It's kind of interesting, but if you don't change with the times, your business ends up going out of business.
Yeah,
and we're
you
seeing
have
that a
to
lot.
be relevant.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that happen right now. Like Sears, JCPenney, Nordstrom, barely holding on. And it's a lot of these companies that fail to change. You look at like Target, they basically were a dying company. They're a dying retail brand. And then they completely changed their whole business model to be more of an experience in their store, right? So they renovated all these stores. And I think over the past couple of years, they have been up on
No, that's true.
You know.
But I don't think that all of these larger companies aren't thinking about how to reinvent themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They probably are. It's just how do you go to that next level? So you make a change and it doesn't work.
Right.
How do those guys stay in business? And that's true with not just from business, but even for individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Changes.
Yeah.
When you graduate from high school, graduate
Mm-hmm.
from college, or
Mm-hmm.
relationships.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of it is very good to have that consistency.
Yeah.
It's like students, they need to be consistent in studying so that they can
Mm-hmm.
do well in school.
Right.
But
Right.
if something happens, mentally or, just personal life change,
Mm-hmm.
and that could just destroy that consistency, and
Right.
they have to be able to adapt to that change.
Right.
So we all go through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's true. Any last points on that, Master Jew?
I don't think so.
All right. Well,
we got to get back to work because what? Oh,
yeah, we actually got.
No, we don't work. We don't work. We don't work. We just have fun.
Well, we're about to have fun in 25 minutes. So, thanks
20.
for jumping in to our Monday morning coffee. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what change has happened to you recently and how you guys have adapted to that change.
No one ever comments.
No one ever comments. Well, we did get a few.
We
So, yeah, leave us a comment, leave us a like, leave us a subscribe.
Subscribe.
And don't forget to be safe.
Keep training.
And we'll see you guys next week.